Welcome to the Real Film Nerds Podcast.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the start of Turkey Month. Woo! For those of you who don't realize it, there is a holiday in November where we eat a lot of food and turkey, and it's delightful. It's not just for shopping for fucking Christmas. FYI.
Dude, I thought... So I actually do have a question about, since we are in Turkey Month or November, Matt, what do you think? Do you think now, because we're in November and Halloween is over, that we should not have any more pumpkin stuff, or should it last up through Thanksgiving when I, growing up, ate a lot of pumpkin pie? I don't know, man. What do you think?
All right, Mike. So is it pumpkin stuff in general, or is it scary stuff, or is it fall harvest kind of stuff? Like, elaborate. Is it like Halloween stuff, or is it just...
I think it's like pumpkin flavored just about everything, right? You know, okay. I think there's even a pumpkin flavored laptop or something. I don't know.
Dude, there's a lot of PSL out there. So my personal opinion, this is how I was raised by good old Ma Hinshaw, who you will hear later in the podcast talk about her review of Black Adam. I talk about Friday the 13th, but it was Halloween when I was on the radio, so I had to. But I was raised to celebrate fall and the harvest season, which is very much September, October, and November. So it's like corn and like pumpkins and turkey and cider and, you know, going on hay rides and stuff like that. It wasn't just the celebration of Halloween. It was the celebration of fall in general and harvest time. So I believe, my personal opinion, that yeah, it should be celebrated, and you should still be able to get pumpkin stuff all the way up until the day of, you know, Thanksgiving. Now, when Black Friday kicks open, which it always does, then it's, well, it's Christmas. Which, for those of you who do not know, I'm not a super huge fan of Christmas. But I forgot to say this. Everyone, welcome my good friend, co-host, the mysterious Michael Talent.
Hello, everybody. Sorry, man. I just had that on, and you were talking about fall stuff, and I just, boom.
No need to apologize, Mike. That's what I want. You know, we are getting better the more and more podcasts we record. Which reminds me, I don't know what number, because it's been a minute. It's been a minute, Mike. So I'm going to do a little Real Film Nerds Googling. So we are talking about Real Film Nerds episode number 296. But Mike, I love it. I'm glad you chimed right in and jumped right in. This is how it should be, conversational. Are you eating pumpkin pie right now? Do you have a pumpkin pie?
I'm not eating pumpkin pie, but I did have some pumpkin beer. So that was really why I brought it up, because it's like, I don't want to get rid of my pumpkins, you know, my pumpkin beers.
But Mike, let's be real. If you could have year-round pumpkin beer, you would.
I would have year-round pumpkin beer, but they don't make it year-round.
Well, I think you need to write a letter.
I don't know if you can write letters anymore. I don't even know if the post office will take them anywhere. I think now you just have to write an email or tweet at them. But now, you know, with Elon Musk running Twitter, like, I guess the end of the world is happening. Did you see?
I did not see the end of the world, but I did see Elon Musk coming in and taking care of business on Twitter's, which if he does what he keeps touting he's going to do, I think it'll be a good thing for Twitter. But Mike, I was going to say I lost my train of thought, but that's what happens when you're really tired. Oh, hell.
Oh, well. Moving on, Matt.
Moving on.
What movie are we talking about?
For Real Film Nerds episode number 296, we're talking about the latest DC film. Yes, we are a week behind because of Harvest Horror Fest. Hey, there you go again. It's Harvest Horror Fest. It's not just Halloween Horror Fest, right, Mike? So there we go. We got Harvest in there.
That's true. We do.
But we're talking about the latest DC film, Black Adam, starring my dog, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Mike, why don't you go ahead and do a little bit of the breakdown thingamabobber?
Okay, I'm going to precursor this with I'm probably going to butcher like everyone's name because they have names that are hard for me to say. So with that, this is directed by Jaime Colette Serra. It was written by Adam Setskill, Roy Haynes, Shohrab Narvani, and it's based on characters created by Bill Parker and C.C. Beck. And this movie is starring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Aldous Hodge, Pierce Brosnan, Noah Centineo, Sarah Shahi, and Quintessa Swindell. And this movie is about a 5,000-year-old was bestowed with the almighty powers of Egyptian gods and imprisoned just as quickly. Black Adam is freed from his earthly tomb, ready to unleash his unique form of justice on the modern world.
All right, for those of you who are playing our drinking game, I hope you finished your drinks because I just finished my beer and I will have to get another one for What Are You Drinking later in the podcast.
Yeah, it was bad.
No, it's okay, Mike. It's okay. It's people have names that us white eyes cannot pronounce. So it just is what it is, man. It is what it is. So, all right. Mike, this is the first time we've watched a film that is not a horror movie in over a month. Dude, speaking of horror movies, not to throw us off topic, but I watched a movie last night on Halloween just because I felt like watching a horror movie. I usually don't care, but I was like, you know what? Mike would be proud. I'm going to watch a horror movie on Halloween. Do you know what I watched?
No, what'd you watch?
We haven't done it yet for Harvest Horror Fest, so you might want to think about it for the future. Maybe not, next year, but I don't know. We'll see. The Descent.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I've seen that.
Yeah, it was a good one, man. It was a good one. Anyways, okay. Black Adam, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. He's a hero. I would describe him as an anti-hero. The character is known as the anti-hero. Lots of characters being introduced. A lot of D-tier DC characters being introduced. Mike, what are your thoughts about Black Adam? Your first impressions?
So I didn't really know what this movie was about much. Not a huge DC guy, and I liked it. It was a lot of fun. I thought the special effects were good, and it was different to see Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson playing this kind of character.
The anti-hero. Yeah, he's usually the hero in some way, shape, or form rather than the anti-hero.
Yeah. He was, I don't know, he wasn't as Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson-y. What I mean by that is he wasn't super sarcastic and like he didn't have a lot of humor. I think there's only a brief 1 or 2 lines in the movie where he has kind of a little bit of humor, but it's very dry, like very dry.
He didn't have a whole lot of lines at all, and I thought that was kind of interesting how they played that.
No, he didn't have a lot of lines, no.
So, Mike, I don't know a ton about the DC world. I collect some DC books here and there, mostly Batman, mostly Joker, Harley Quinn, stuff like that. Flash never really tickled my pickle. I mean, it's an interesting concept. I like the Flash, and Black Adam is a character from the Flash universe. Well, not universe, I mean DC universe, but from the Flash comic book and storylines. He's one of their older characters. He's not the oldest character. One of the oldest characters in the DC universe is Hawkman, and we got a nice introduction of him. I love Hawkman. Hawkman, I think, is a very cool character. I like him a lot. He's definitely an A-list character, but most of the other characters in this film are very C and even D-list character, like Dr. Fate and Atom Smasher and Cyclone. Yeah, they're not super well-known DC characters, even though I'm not much of a DC guy. But I will say I enjoyed this movie quite a bit. I'm not going to say it was absolutely incredible, but I would put it in the top 5 of DC films to date for sure. My favorite actor and character of the whole film, I feel like he kind of stole the show a little bit, was Pierce Brosnan. Just phenomenal as Dr. Fate. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, Pierce Brosnan was really good in this movie, and his character was just awesome. Like, it was just a cool character.
Yeah, Dr. Fate was really cool. Aldous Hodge as Hawkman, I like they chose to go with a black actor, and I think he embodied Hawkman very well. I wish we would have gotten, being a DC film, a lot of people are not familiar with these characters. I wish we would have gotten a little bit more backstory about them, since this is their first appearance in the film universe for most of these characters, including Black Adam. I wish we would have gotten a little bit more backstory on them just for the fans and the crowd. But hey, you can't get everything. I think the runtime was good. It was a good solid 2 hours. The action was very, very good. I liked it. There's parts and scenes where it kind of drags ass, but it's not horrible. I would also say that I don't hate how they ended it, but we run into that problem where they've ended it like 2 or 3 different times. And I'm just like, really? Come on, guys, come on. And that makes it feel like it's a lot longer than it really is.
Yeah, they definitely felt like they ended it at least one time early, and then you're like, oh, but why is it still playing? And then, it explains itself. But other than that, man, I thought the runtime was fine. Like the 2 hours, the action. I don't think it ever really slowed down. I thought it was a pretty good pacing.
Yeah, no, I thought it was pretty good overall. It was solid. I liked it. You get some action, you get some story building, you get some more action, you get some story building, you get some all around. I thought it was pretty decent. So, Mike, I just want to go ahead and get this out of the way. We're, ticking towards the halfway point on the podcast. And Mike, our good friends over at Paramount Pictures have given us yet another giveaway. Now, this one is kind of a two-parter, because we've already had one part. So this is the second part. I teased that this was coming on the first giveaway, but Mike, guess what we're giving away today on the Real Film Nerds podcast?
What are we giving away, Matt?
Mike, we're giving away Top Gun Maverick physical Blu-ray copies.
Oh, dude, that's really cool, man. That's going to be a lot of fun for whoever wins that.
Especially if you haven't seen the movie. I mean, you're going to get all the behind-the-scenes stuff. You're going to get all the trailer stuff, all the wonderful stuff that comes on Blu-rays that you really miss out on the digital streaming platforms. You just do. They don't include as much as you get on a Blu-ray, a physical disc. So, Mike, I've had some ideas. I know you've had some ideas. So what should our copious amount of listeners do to enter into our contest to win themselves a copy of Top Gun Maverick?
So we were talking about this, Matt, a little bit before we recorded. And you know what? I think, Matt, they should tell us, what movie do you think it would be really cool to have Tom Cruise star in than like in a movie that he wasn't in? Like some modern movie, like let's say Iron Man. What if instead of
Robert Downey Jr.?
Yeah, Robert Downey Jr., it was Tom Cruise. I don't know.
We've talked about that. I think Tom Cruise actually was approached for Iron Man, but there's theories and predictions. We didn't get it in Scarlet Witch, but that Tony Stark is going to be played by Tom Cruise in a different universe now that we have the multiverse. Specifically, the Incredible Iron Man, I believe, is the one he's going to do, which is the one that's like almost godlike, which if that happens, that'll be really fun, but that'll be cool. So Mike, here's the one that I was thinking. I don't know which character he would play, but Tom Cruise doesn't do a lot of classic war movies. I would have loved to have seen him. I don't know what role, but in Saving Private Ryan.
Oh, okay. Yeah, dude, that's interesting. Yeah. Interesting.
So, all right, Mike. Well, let's go ahead and get down to the business. We both gave our little tidbits on that. You know where to email us, mike@realfilmnerds.com. He won't respond to you, at least according to my good buddy Steve, but he'll definitely read your email. Or you can email me at matt@realfilmnerds.com, or both of us at nerds@realfilmnerds.com. Here's the business. Bring home Top Gun Maverick on 4K UHD disc now. Tom Cruise stars in the spectacular action-packed epic, which critics are calling one of the greatest movies ever made. Buy Top Gun Maverick on 4K UHD disc and dive into over 80 minutes of incredible behind-the-scenes bonus content, available at participating retailers. You can also buy it digitally. It is rated PG-13, and again, it's from our dear friends over at Paramount Pictures. Paramount, thank you for providing us with copies to be able to do this. Our listeners love it. Keep it coming. Just can't tell you thank you enough for allowing us to do these giveaways. All right, Mike, on with the show.
Okay, Matt. So, what are you drinking?
Well, Mike, thank you for asking. I am drinking a little brew that I've never had before. I saw it in the store. It's done by Four Peaks. I believe the only reason it's out is because their season just started. But I'm drinking a Four Peaks, what's known as Sun's Brew. It is a Kolsch style ale. And if you look, it says Sunny Slam Dunk. It is for the Phoenix Suns. Sun's Brew. There you go. Little logo on it. Sponsored by them. Everything. I bet you they serve the shit out of these in the arena. So that's what I'm drinking. Mike, which Aldi pumpkin beer are you drinking?
So I'm just drinking a Shipyard Pumpkinhead.
Oh, no Aldi? Okay. All right.
Yeah, man. Not always Aldi. They actually ran out, I think. We haven't been able to find it.
Blasphemy. All right, Mike, I know it's been a little bit. You are itching, just dying to do this. Mike, what is today's incredible dad joke?
I got dad jokes. I don't think they understand, though. Gotta think I'm funny. Other people never laugh, though. Dad jokes.
All right, Matt. What's the difference between a weird rabbit and an athletic rabbit?
One beats the turtle and the other one doesn't?
One is a bit funny and the other is a fit bunny.
Like Fitbit.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. That's a decent one, Mike. I will give it to you. That's a decent one. I saw one the other day about Halloween that was just absolutely stupid. That's one of the problems with the Facebook and all of us getting old. We all put our dad jokes now on Facebook. So thank you, Mark Zuckerberg, you bastard. All right, Mike.
You mean Metaverse Supreme Leader?
Metaverse Supreme Leader, Lord and Savior of the Metaverse. Okay, Mike. Even though it's a complete separate universe, I think we're going to do it anyways. Mike, how does Black Adam relate to the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
Oh, we absolutely are going to do it, man. So for this one, I was able to find the composer for this one, Lauren Balfe, also worked on the score for Black Widow.
Perfect. Well, all right, Mike, that means we are now in spoiler territory. I don't know how much we really need to spoil about this film. I think we've got our bases pretty well covered on it. So let's just go ahead and continue our discussion of Black Adam, maybe with some spoilers, maybe not. Or maybe we just won't talk about Black Adam anymore and we'll just talk about Halloween Horror Nights and how I ate shit and scraped up my knee and it's still just driving me insane. And I sent my girlfriend a video that I had no idea I sent her. So, yeah, that was fun. I also guess I texted her a few times. And so, yeah, I had a few beverages over in Florida at Universal Hollywood Horror Nights. And those Long Island iced teas are delightful.
Well, that's fun, Matt. But I think we should talk about Black Adam.
Okay.
And so I really like the opening sequence with Black Adam in it, and the like kind of battle scene. I don't know if it's a battle as more as it was just a. I don't know. It really set the tone for how his character was going to be. And I thought it was really well planned, and it was just cool. Like, it was just visually cool.
Mike, which one of the characters is your favorite out of all of them in the film?
I don't know. I don't know. Dr. Fate was really cool. He was an interesting character. I liked his like visions and stuff. I wish you actually got to see a little bit more, but of course that made it more mysterious. So, I don't know. I like the little like the team up of the new people, the Atom Smasher and
Cyclone?
Cyclone.
Yep.
Like I thought that was cool. Like them like new people. Like, hey, new guys, we got an assignment.
Well, I like that they weren't the Justice League of America. They were the Justice Society, which is a completely different thing that still exists in the DC universe. So I just thought that was cool because then you can have these different B and C level superheroes. I really loved Hawkman. I love that they brought Hawkman in, but Pierce Brosnan, dude, his acting, just everything. Who knew? Like, who knew he was going to be such a great superhero actor? I don't know. He's one of my favorite James Bond characters. Actors, not characters. James Bond is a character. I love Pierce Brosnan. He just does such a phenomenal job, man. And I'm still just kind of in awe at how well he did in this movie.
Yeah, I don't even think I knew he was in this movie, but he was. His character was great, and I don't know, the story of this movie was straightforward, but it worked, man. So I liked it.
That was one of the discussions I was having with one of my friends. So I mostly collect Marvel, and I collect a lot of it, and Independence, way too much. DC is known for being more story driven. Marvel comics wise is known for being more character driven. And what's really interesting is that the movies are like flip-flopping that. I feel that up to a certain point, not recently, but the Marvel Cinematic Universe had some absolutely incredible stories and great characters, like always, because they have a ton of them. And I think DC's been pretty lackluster on their story. Now, I'm not saying this story was bad. Black Adam, I think it was good. It wasn't great. It wasn't incredible. It wasn't what I would expect out of a DC comic book. I would expect more. But it's just kind of funky how DC, who's known for their stories, is really kind of trailing behind. I hope this is the start of more. I liked how they had nods to the other members of the Justice League of America in here. You know, you had Aquaman, you had Wonder Woman. Huge spoiler, Henry Cavill. I love it that he's back as Superman. Are we going to get a movie with him? God, I hope so. He said he was never going to do Superman again. He had a massive falling out with DC and directors and writers and all that shit over the mustache gate. But it looks like he's back, at least for this film. One that was kind of surprising to me, now they had the trailer before the movie, was the new Flash film, which is cool. But I'm kind of surprised that the Flash didn't even make like a cameo appearance in here, because you can't really think about Black Adam without the Flash, because they're both champions. They're both same powers. They have the same outfits in a way and such. It's just Black Adam is from a very different time period. He uses his powers in a very different way. I really thought we were going to get at least a cameo from not the Flash, Shazam. God, I feel like an idiot. Shazam. But we did not get any Shazam in here, and I was kind of disappointed in that.
Yeah, no, you're right. There was nothing besides the I don't know what is he like the wizard dude that was in the
Yeah,
first
just the
Shazam
wizard.
movie.
Yeah, he's just a wizard from Shazam. Yeah.
Yeah, was in this. So there's that tie-in, but yeah, yeah, nothing.
And he was there. So, like in Shazam, I can't believe I said the Flash. No, I can because it's red and yellow, which is very similar to Shazam. But in the DC Universe Shazam film, all the other wizards get wiped out except for the one, and they all get imbibed in the powers of the kids. And that's where we're going to get the next Shazam film. In the time of Black Adam, when Black Adam was given the powers, not him, as you find out in the movie, it's someone else. Won't spoil that. But when he gets the powers, because it's 5,000 years ago, the wizards are all alive and they're all doing well. They haven't been murdered. And so the wizard we know from Shazam is only one of like 6 or 7, I think, wizards total.
Yeah, and there was several, at least 5, but could have been 7.
Yeah, I didn't count. It was pretty quick. But anyways, I hope this is the start of something beautiful for DC. We've had some pretty good hits. They're reporting that basically Marvel effed up. They know they effed up. James Gunn is going completely to the DC universe. I don't think he's going to be doing any more Guardians movies after this next one. I think it's done. And they are basically going to make him the equivalent of Kevin Feige for the DC universe. I'm excited. I think if he can helm it as well as he's done his individual DC films, if they have Black Adam, Shazam, we got a great Superman movie. We got that Justice League movie that was decent. Wonderful first Wonder Woman movie. If he can start melding all this together and really start rolling with all these characters and actors and stuff, we might get some pretty good DC stuff here in the next 5 years, I hope.
Yeah, Matt. What was the name of I can't even think of the character that he did the show.
Peacemaker.
Peacemaker. Oh man, I love that show, dude. That was so good.
It was so good, and it was so fun because Peacemaker is just not that big of a character, and they were like, "Go ahead, have fun, do what you want," and honestly, they knocked it out of the park. James Gunn, that's one of the best DC products on television or movies to date, in my opinion. I would say it's probably the best. I really liked it. I really liked it.
Peacemaker was so good, dude. It was so much fun. It was. I had a great time watching it.
Yeah, I mean, James Gunn gets it. Like, yes, these are superheroes. Yes, you can be serious with them. Yes, you can do all that stuff. But you know what? People just want to have fun. They just want to have fun, and they did it with Peacemaker. He also did it with his Suicide Squad movie. That was a lot of fun too. I mean, Jesus, a giant starfish. Yes, that is an actual DC character, but to bring him into the movie that quick, oh, dude, loved it. It's just ridiculous.
All right, man. Well, I don't know if we could talk about too much more, but I guess, Matt, on your overall opinion of this movie, would you say go see it in the theater or not see it in the theater?
You'll hear my interview at the end of this. I talk a little bit about Black Adam, but like I was saying, Lisa, live and local on Magic 99.1, I just got to get the whole plug in there. She gives me a lot of time for free, which is nice. But I mostly talked about Friday the 13th Part 3. But I did touch a little bit about Black Adam. My mom talked mostly about Black Adam. One of the biggest things I said on the radio, if you like this kind of film, if you like superhero movies, if you like action movies, if you like big set pieces, I highly recommend seeing it in the theater because you're just not going to get this experience at home. You just won't, unless you have a 5-story tall screen in your house. You're not going to get the same visuals and feeling and thundering and nope. Go to the theaters. Please go to the theaters.
Yeah, the theaters need us. They need us bad.
I don't care if they need us or not. this is what, this is a popcorn flick in a way. This is to be enjoyed in a theater by far.
Yeah, I did eat some popcorn. It was tasty.
Yeah, I didn't get any popcorn. I had just had dinner when I went and watched it. So,
Okay. Well, man, I think we can move on to our ratings, man. What would you like to give this movie?
oh, Mike, thanks for asking again. You're on it tonight, man. Mike, I give DC's Black Adam 3.5 reels out of 5.
Okay. I'm going to give this one 4 out of 5 reels. I really had a great time in this movie. I thought it was great. I knew nothing about it, and it was awesome.
That's awesome, Mike. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I really am, especially the DC stuff. I mean, maybe you should do a little bit more dive into Black Adam. And do you think we're going to get a Black Adam 2, or do you think they're just going to roll Black Adam into the Shazam movies and Justice Leagues and all the other stuff coming? What's your thoughts?
I think they'll make another one. I think they kind of have to. It did well, with The Rock in it. I think it's a no-brainer.
Do you know what the box office was on this, Mike? Wasn't it like 65 million or something on the opening weekend?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty gosh darn good today. So I don't know what it is now, but that's pretty good. So, all right, Mike. Well, next week is your pick of a film. We have 2 just in case you can't get to one, but I'm hoping we get to one because I'm really excited about it, Mike. You want to tell the folks, or do you want me to?
Oh, why don't you tell them, Matt? It's fun.
I'm very excited about it. So it's coming out on a streaming service that I don't pay anything for. And I guess they got their first really big film. I mean, I think this might move some units, but on the Roku channel coming out on Friday, it's a film called Weird, the Al Yankovic story. And it's starring, of all people, Daniel Radcliffe as Weird Al Yankovic. It has Jack Black. It also has Evan Rachel Wood, who actually plays Madonna. Mike, have you seen the trailer for this?
I have not seen the trailer, but I mean, anything with Harry Potter in it, it's going to be good.
Oh, dude, it looks absolutely absurd. So it is a biography, and I'm using quotations for those of you who cannot see me. It's not a biography, but it is, but it isn't. Like, a lot of the shit's made up. It's just going to be fun. Weird Al is a producer on it. He wrote it. He's been wanting to do this film for years. It finally is coming to fruition. I'm excited. This is going to be fun. It's going to be very different than Black Adam, very different than Entire Month of Horror. I just hope I'm not let down. We'll see.
I hope not either, Matt, because, we grew up listening to Weird Al, so it'll be interesting to see what this story's like.
Oh, dude, I just hope it's going to be as fun as the trailer. Seriously, Mike, do yourself a favor. Listeners, do yourself a favor. Go watch the trailer before you watch this one. It's fun. It looks really, really, really fun.
Okay, Matt. Well, I guess we can thank our wonderful sponsors, Paramount, for giving us another giveaway of Top Gun in the physical Blu-ray. And I guess I think I'll wrap it up, Matt. Anything else you want to talk about?
No, Mike, I'm good, man. I think we got it all. We probably did too much. I know I probably did too much, especially admitting about the Halloween Horror Nights video that I sent that I shouldn't have. But it's fine. I had pants on. So that was good.
That's good. All right, Matt. Well, cool. I guess with that, we'll let everyone get back at it. Make sure you go out there and watch a movie at the theaters or at home streaming, and follow us on the socials, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and we'll catch you on the next pod. Thanks for listening, everybody.
Thank you for listening to The Real Film Nerds. Now, don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Real Film Nerds. Now, go out and catch a movie.
Don't be scared. I kind of am. Matt Hinshaw in studio this morning on Magic 99.1. What a costume, Matty.
This is my everyday.
Oh.
I know I scare people just with my enormousness and
Okay, here's the
look
thing. This is
and
radio.
scowl.
It's called Smoke and Mirrors. Go with me here.
Oh, okay. I'm
Yeah.
dressed up as
Yes.
Freddy Krueger,
And it's very scary.
a 7-foot tall Freddy Krueger.
Very, very scary.
I'm all about the murdering.
You and your mother, apparently.
Yeah, she
Yes.
loves it.
She loves it. You're in, you're back. You were on a vacation. You went to Florida. How was it?
It was very pleasant.
Nice. You got a little suntan working for you?
No, I'm always this tan.
Oh, okay.
Just always look this good.
Smoke and mirrors, Maddie. Smoke and mirrors. Well, good. Well, I'm glad you're back with us talking about Friday the 13th this morning. I mean, we've all seen it. It's fantastic. Something that you may not have seen, though, that I saw over my vacation. The all puppet players performed Friday the 13th at a theater in Phoenix.
You went to that?
I went to that. Have you heard about that?
No.
It's all puppets, and they did Friday the 13th. It's adults only, and it was awesome.
And it was the original?
It was the
'Cause
original.
I'm talking about part 3.
Oh, okay. Part 3. Well, I didn't see any of them. So anyway, tell us
So
all
you
about
don't
it.
care. Well, okay. So I'm kind of, I was not anticipating this, but we'll
Okay.
talk about Friday the 13th.
Okay.
It's the Friday the 13th that everybody kind of associates with Friday the 13th. Like the first 2 are very different than 3, 4, 5 through 27 or however many they have.
Right.
Part 3 is where you get literally like next to no substance in the story. Jason gets his mask. He walks around with his machete. It's
Right.
like the slasher, nothing much.
No story.
I mean,
Yeah,
like the
it's a
characters
slasher.
don't even have last names.
Right. Now tell me, so it wasn't until number 3 that he got his mask.
Yes.
People may not know that because I think he's always had it.
Yeah, no, in part 2, which we reviewed during last year's Harvest Horror Fest finale.
Right,
Because
which
that's
I
what
remember.
we do. Every year, that's our last one is Friday the 13th until
Right.
we get through all of them.
Right.
So we got another at least 30 years of podcasts.
Fantastic.
So last year, part 2, he wears a like potato bag, like a rustic kind of like
okay. Yeah.
cloth
Yeah.
bag over
sack.
his head.
Potato sack, yeah.
And the first one, I don't want to do spoilers, but the first one, he's not really in the first one until
Right.
the very, 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 very end.
Right. Okay, very
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Well, how many reels you give Friday
So-
the 13th part 3?
My co-host absolutely hates it. He thinks it's just garbage.
Yeah.
And I think it's good bad.
Good
So
bad.
it's so bad that it's good.
Right.
Because it's very, it's the running away to get in cars and the cars don't start.
Right.
And the people can't act. And like it's just absolutely ridiculous. So
yeah.
I love it. It's a 3 out of 5 for me.
A 3 out of 5. Like when they see something scary and they run upstairs instead of out the front door.
Right. Yeah.
All right, 3 out of 5. Should we give your mother a call?
If you want to, sure.
I do. I want to. Do you not want to?
No, she's mean.
Oh, she is not
She's
mean.
especially feisty on Halloween.
Oh, I can't wait. Ma Henshaw coming up on Magic 99.1.
Okay, Halloween. Hello.
Good morning, Ma Henshaw. Lisa and Matt calling on Magic 99.1. How are you?
Oh, I'm fine.
Good. Are you all dressed up for Halloween?
Now I've got my jammy pants on.
That's dressed up enough.
That's cute.
scary.
That's cute. Yeah, you know what? On radio, you could say anything and they'll believe you. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing.
Oh, super.
Yeah. I think you're a princess, actually, this morning, Ma Henshaw.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. So you're going to tell us all about Black Adam, the new rock movie, right?
Right.
What did you think?
I liked it.
Yeah? Well,
I thought it was fun. It wasn't real scary. They
Yeah.
tried, but it wasn't real scary. But it's a superhero movie. Come on, it's not frightening,
right. And it has
And
The
The
Rock
Rock
in
was-
it,
Oh, yeah.
which
Yeah,
can't be
and
bad.
he was super. you know, he set the part. He was great.
Nice.
You know, he really was good, and I'm glad that he made the movie.
Yes. Excellent. How many cookies you going to give it?
I'm going to give it 4.
4 out of 5 cookies, Matt. What did you think of Black Adam?
I think she's drunk. Mom, you're not supposed to drink while it's Halloween.
It's only
you can drink
9
as early
o'clock
as you
in the
want.
morning.
Yeah,
You really
right.
think she's drunk, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Why? Because you didn't like it?
Well, it was okay. It
Yeah.
was mediocre at best.
Well, but you're a man, and we are women, and he's The Rock. So
It is The Rock.
He's awesome.
yeah.
But as my mom neglected to point out, he doesn't ever take off his shirt or anything.
He doesn't take off his shirt?
No, he wears
No,
this
that's disappointing.
superhero outfit the entire time.
Oh, well, yeah. Okay.
And she called me up in a tizzy this morning on the way in, and she doesn't even talk about it on the radio, the most important part to her.
Right. Well, I was
Jeez.
going to ask her about the nudity. Was there any at all, Ma?
No, it's disappointing. And Aquaman I missed because I came in late because my daughter got me there late.
Oh, no. Well, 94% of Google users liked the movie. So how many reels you giving it, Matt?
I'd give it 3.5. It was okay.
3.5?
It's not anything incredible, but the action sequences are very good. If you're a big fan of superhero movies, Marvel, all that stuff, even though this is DC,
Yeah.
I still recommend seeing it in the theaters just because the action sequences are really good. The story is very lackluster, but it's visually a feast for the eyes.
A feast for
It
the
is.
eyes, despite the fact that Rock keeps his shirt on the entire show.
I'm okay with it.
Matt's okay with
Pooh.
it. Well, very good, Ma Henshaw. You have a very happy Halloween.
And you too.
Thank you.
Enjoy.
Thank you. We'll talk to you next week.
Okay,
Okay,
bye.
bye-bye. What are we going to review next week?
Okay, so here's a weird one.
Ooh.
It's coming out on the Roku channel for those of you who have Roku.
Who has Roku?
I do.
I used to. I have no idea where it is.
Well, you might want to bust it out for this movie.
Right? Yeah, well, I want to see this movie.
The movie is called Weird, the Al Yankovic story.
Yes, I
it
love
drops
Weird Al.
Friday. Yeah.
Okay.
On Roku. So if we can, because my co-host doesn't have a Roku, so he's going to have to go buy one.
Yeah.
But if we can, we're going to do that. If he doesn't make it to the store, we're going to do a completely opposite themed film.
Okay.
Which I'm really excited about watching as well. It's getting really good reviews. It's called Causeway. It's on Apple TV Plus.
Okay, now we all have that.
Yeah.
All right,
Of
very
course.
good. Check out the podcast, you guys. It's called The Real Film Nerds. Matt Henshaw, thank you, and happy Halloween.
Spooky Halloween to you too, Lisa.
Thank you.
you.